with that, I'll take questions. Yes.
Kayleigh, thank you so much. I have two questions, if you don't mind. The first one is about masks. This morning, CDC Director Robert Redfield testified that masks are more guaranteed to protect people from COVID than a vaccine. Last night, the president continued to question their use. So why is he sending mixed messages about something that doctors say can save lives?
And the president has always supported mask wearing, and he's made many comments to that effect from this podium. Yesterday, he was pointing to a quote that even Dr. Fauci has noted, which is that masks can have unintended consequences. While we support wearing them, and it's patriotic to do so, the unintended consequences can be inappropriate usage, touching the mask, and then going on and touching something else. So the president very vividly described that unintended consequence that can come if not worn appropriately.
Yes. I have two questions. You said that the president was talking about wearing a mask improperly last night, touching it, referring to what Dr. Fauci has said. But he said, quote, there are people that don't think masks are good. That's clearly not what the CDC director thinks, since he said today that masks are important, powerful public health tool we have. They could be even more protective against COVID than a vaccine. So have any medical experts told the president that masks aren't good, or is he only citing non-medical experts like he did last night?
He's referring to the fact that when used appropriately, they can have unintended consequences, much like what Dr. Fauci said. It's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is, and oftentimes there are unintended consequences. So the president agrees with Dr. Fauci that mask wearing is good. It's recommended. The president's continually recommended it from this podium, but he was just pointing out some of the unintended consequences if not used appropriately.
He didn't say that. He just said there are people
No,
that
he
think
did.
masks
Go on.
aren't.
Do you have his whole exchange? Would you like to read it out?
I watched it last night. He
Where he
said
went
there
and
are
talked
people
about-
that don't think masks are good. He didn't say improperly or anything like that.
Caitlin, he
That's
went
what
on
I'm
in a
saying.
very, unfortunately, a bunch of you are very keen on doing selective editing of the president's quotes and not referring to the second half. Directly under that statement, he talked about a waiter touching the mask, then touching a plate, and that being an unintended effect of wearing a mask. That is an example of a mask not being used
Waiters
appropriately.
don't think masks are good. But
And
didn't cite
he described the exact scenario in which a mask could have an unintended consequence if not used appropriately. And we can send you the clip. We'll put it up on Twitter for
I
you.
watched it. It's okay. I just wanted to see if there's any medical experts who have said that.
And they have, and I just read Dr. Fauci's quote. So go ahead.
Yes, I've read Dr. Fauci's quotes.
I also have the transcript from last night. I just wanted to ask about one other line and get
Okay.
clarification. The president did say there are a lot of people that think masks are not good. Who are the people he's referring to? The lot of people.
He was meaning that there are people who think they're not good when not used appropriately, as I've mentioned several times in this briefing. Yes.